that, the one story that has captured the attention of most of the country is the Post Office Horizon IT scandal. We heard devastating the impact that it's had on wrongly prosecuted postmasters and postmistresses.
Today, we're sharing the story of close family members as a new scheme has been launched to compensate loved ones impacted by the scandal.
Last Thursday, the government confirmed it will be launching a scheme to compensate the close family members of those impacted by the Post Office Horizon scandal. And on Friday, some of the women who were caught up in it were being honoured at this year's Women of the Year Awards.
Obviously, the country has been following your journey, and so we're very proud to welcome you.
Someone who has felt the force of the scandal on their family is Maria Lockwood, when she took over a Huddersfield post office in 2002.
The impact the post office scandal has done to my family has been devastating. We wanted to run a post office to be part of the community. About 6 months into having the business, we started noticing minor shortfalls. It could be anything from £5 up to £500.
As we now know, a faulty IT system installed in post office branches nationwide was registering inexplicable losses in their stores. And in many cases, it was the families that supported the sub-postmasters while they were dealing with these losses.
We put in more than £40,000 to cover shortfalls. My father-in-law have cashed in ISAs, cashed in pensions to help us out. We had my 2-year-old daughter when we moved in. I also had 2 boys as well whilst we were there, and it was really, really hard, you know, dealing with that and bringing up a very, very young family at the same time.
Eventually, Maria was forced to sell her post office.
The relationship we had, me and my husband, was a volatile one for quite a few years because of what we were going through. My children shouldn't have seen the parents arguing. I just shut myself in a bedroom for quite a few months and just didn't want to see anyone. This is what the scandal has caused. It's the impact it has on the children, the wider family, you know, extended family and friends. It was a really hard time.
It's a story that sounds all too familiar to Cindy. Her relationship to Terry reached breaking point after he took on a Dorset post office in 2002.
It was the hub of the village. He was a great postmaster. He looked to everybody's needs.
But a few months after he had taken over the post office, Cindy noticed a change in Terry's behaviour.
I was aware that there was some money was going missing. And then all of a sudden, he became quite different, a sort of a closed shop. He really, really was in the throes of having a breakdown. And our marriage sort of took a nosedive, and we were desperately short of money.
Terry was doing everything he could to try to work out where the money was going, and the strain it was putting on him was having a huge impact on Cindy too.
He wasn't coming home till 1 and 2 in the morning on a Wednesday because he had to balance the books. I thought he might be having an affair with somebody. I couldn't stand it anymore.
Events reached a head one Christmas.
He had a suspected heart attack and he was rushed into hospital, and the surgeon said to him, if you don't leave that job soon, you will have a heart attack.
Terry sold the post office in 2006 and he and Cindy have made it through. But they, like so many families, bear the scars of difficult times caused by the whole ordeal.
The support Cindy gave me, if she hadn't have given me that support, I wouldn't be here today. She was my rock. She's the right-hand woman.
The case against the post office is settled, with compensation for sub-postmasters underway, and now for their families too.
I think families should be recognised because they were our therapist, really. Without them, I don't think a lot would have got through it, and they've sacrificed a lot.
Emma Anderson from Freeth Solicitors is part of a team that currently represents many of the sub-postmasters.
We've heard a lot of stories. They are almost all, if not all, completely heartbreaking. It's not an exaggeration to say lives being destroyed. Children not only had to witness firsthand what their parents were going through in terms of their emotional, psychological, financial, physical sometimes suffering, but they suffered as well.
The Family Compensation Scheme is due to launch in spring 2026, and there is real hope that it could help partners and spouses like Cindy and families like Maria's and provide recognition of everything they have endured too.
There are obviously family members that absolutely will have provided their relatives with help, support, financial, emotional, because that's what you do. When your family are in trouble, you help them out.
Emma's firm is one of the sponsors of this year's Women of the Year Awards, where Maria, Cindy and other women affected by the scandal are being recognised for what they went through.
Today is about honouring the women of the post office, the mothers and the grandmothers that stood by their children, and then the postmistresses. We can't begin to imagine what that must have felt like to have gone through such pain.
The Emmeline Pankhurst Woman of Achievement Award is dedicated to the women of the post office.
Receiving the award, it was phenomenal. It was such a surprise, and I'm very grateful that you were being honoured in that way.
Thank you to everybody that's given us this award today. Thank you for nominating us.
I was absolutely surprised because I didn't think there was an actual award for us.
It was for every single woman that has gone through, the trauma, the grief. It's for everybody, and not just the women. There was a lot of men as well.
That the wives and partners and children, they got recognised, and that was important because without them, we wouldn't be here.
And I think that's exactly it, isn't it? Without them, they wouldn't be here. The ripple effect of that IT scandal across communities and families cannot be underestimated.
I know it's one night, but it was lovely to see them have a moment together to be acknowledged there.